منهج السلف صالح لكل زمان ومكان نور من الله عز وجل نور من الله عز وجل.
The taqwa has many benefits. The one who is striving to be upon a taqwa, many benefits. Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned in many verses in His book the benefits of a taqwa. The fawaid for the one who strives to be obedient to Allah Azza wa Jal. We mentioned briefly some of these benefits. From them is to obtain the mercy of Allah. That a person of piety and righteousness, at taqwa, he obtains the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. And fear Allah so that you can obtain mercy. Allah Azza wa Jal, Ar-Rahmaan Ar-Rahim. He has mercy for all of His creation and a specific mercy. وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا. A specific mercy for the believers. The one that Allah shows mercy for him, then He forgive him his sins and He give him success to do good and to die upon khair. And enters him into His paradise and honors him by seeing him. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Giving him success to do the good deeds and then accepting them from him. This is from the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. No one enters the paradise by his deeds. By the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. The deeds are the reason, but Allah, from His mercy, He gives them success to do the deeds that He likes and that He accepts. Now, likewise, for the people of at-taqwa, from the benefits is that they are the ones whom Allah has honored. The karama. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He mentioned, إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. Verily, the most noble of you, and those who have the most honor with Allah, are those who have the most piety, those who have the most taqwa. Likewise, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He's mentioned that the people of at-taqwa, He makes a way out for them from every difficulty. Every Muslim should memorize these verses here. وَمَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْهُ مَخْرَجًا. وَمَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْهُ مَخْرَجًا. These verses right here, these are the verses of hope for the believer. At any time of difficulty, in the dunya, in the deen, with his family, with his friends, with his work, where he's at home or in the street, anything that seems like it's impossible, a calamity has fallen, وَمَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْهُ مَخْرَجًا. Just remember this verse. And likewise, a person who memorizes this verse, anytime he has a brother or a friend or a family member that has going through hardship, he will tell him and remind him of this verse. وَمَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْهُ مَخْرَجًا. Maybe somebody memorized this verse, but whenever their brother remind him of this verse, this is the verse that puts the iman back in their heart, because they hear the words of Allah Azza wa Jalla and they remember, that's right. I need to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. I need to fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. In the days of the Salaf, they used to advise each other like this. They would say, Ya akhi, ittaqillah. Or if they would begin to them, Usika bi taqwa Allah. I would advise you to fear Allah. Or they would tell each other to fear Allah. Today, if somebody said, sometimes we see, ittaqillah. You say, what do you mean? You tell him, fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. What do you mean, I fear Allah Azza wa Jalla? That's like, he takes that as it's like yani asab. Yani he's like finding fault with him or something. Like, this is the best advice. This is the command of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Wasiyat Allah Azza wa Jalla. لِخَلْقِهِ وَوَسِيَةُ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم لِأُمَّتِهِ أُوصِيكُم بِتَقْوَى اللَّهِ مَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. That whoever fears Allah Azza wa Jalla, He will make a way out for him from every difficulty. He will make a way out for him from every difficulty. Some people, they can remember difficulties that they faced, and they tried to apply this verse, and then Allah made a way out for them. And you would think, subhanAllah, I never thought it was possible. Some brother possibly think that it's so difficult to find a wife, or a woman thinking it's so difficult to find a husband, or to move, or to go through different hardships or difficulties. They fear Allah. They strive to obey Allah, and then Allah makes a way out from them from where they did not even perceive. وَيَرْزُقُهُم مِّنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. And He provides for them where they cannot even perceive. Where they could not even perceive. All of a sudden provision will come. Not from the place that normally comes, from another means. مَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْهُ مَخْرَجًا. This is the key, this is the means, this is the methodology to obtain what you need, to get a way out from every difficulty. Somebody's having trouble. Fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. Idfa' al-fitna bit-taqwa. Like Talq ibn Habib, he said, Rahimahullah ta'ala. And likewise, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He mentioned, and for anybody who would want his affairs to be easy, وَمَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْهُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِ يُسْرًا. And whoever fears Allah Azza wa Jal, then He will make His affairs easy for him. He will make His affairs easy for him. The fruits of taqwa are many. These are just a few of them, my noble brothers. Likewise, Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned, وَمَن يَتَقِ اللَّهِ يُكَفِّرْ عَنْهُ سَيِّئَاتِهِ وَيُعْظِمْ لَهُ أَجْرًا. That whoever fears Allah, then He will expiate for him his sins. And we have many sins, shortcomings, acts of disobedience, using the eyes in a manner not pleasing to Allah, and we know it, and the ears. And the one who is sincere, munsif bi nafsi, he knows it. Shortcomings. But what does Allah say? If you fear Him and you obey Him, يُكَفِّرْ عَنْهُ سَيِّئَاتِهِ, that He will expiate the sins. He will expiate the sins. Allah Azza wa Jal, Rabbul Alameen, lahu rububiyyah. كيف ربوبيته؟ Ar-Rahmaan Ar-Rahim. Allah mentioned in the Fatiha that He has the rububiyyah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. If somebody said, okay, how is this lordship of this Lord of the worlds? Ar-Rahmaan Ar-Rahim. His lordship is not the rububiyyah al-intiqam, taking revenge and spite on His servants. Rather, it's the rububiyyah of rahmah and mercy and ghufran. So this is the opportunity. مَن يَتَقِ اللَّهَ يُكَفِّرْ عَنْهُ سَيِّئَاتِهِ وَيُعْظِمْ لَهُ أَجْرًا, and increase the reward. Likewise, the good outcome, Allah mentions, وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى, يعني للمتقين, يعني that the al-aqiba al-hamida, the praiseworthy outcome, the end. This is something that a believer always has to keep in mind. That there, like right now, there's hardship, difficulty in the dunya and the deen. Some people say this and some people say that. Some people do this and some people do that. At work it's not going right. I can't get a job. I can't find a way out. I can't. This all of this difficult. But what is that? This is this life. There's an outcome. There's the end. In the end, I mean, even the end of the life of an individual. After that, there's still an outcome. There's the end, the final end, and the meeting of Allah Azza wa Jalla and the establishment of the scales, and the weighing of the deeds, and the entrance of the people in paradise to paradise, and the entrance of the people of the fire to the fire. وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى. So he keeps his eye on this. Whatever the people say about me, it's okay. As long as I know that I'm striving to be obedient, and I know myself, and I know my religion, I know my Lord. A person, he knows his deen, he knows his Lord, he knows his Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he knows Islam with the proofs, and he strives his best. And he knows he's not perfect, but he knows that this is the right way. They can say what they want to say. Al-aqibah lit-taqwa. The final outcome is for the people of piety. A person, he believes in this, and he'll be patient, and he will see in the end who is praiseworthy. We see in the end who's praiseworthy. The Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned about this, that the one who earned the anger of Allah by the pleasure of the people, then Allah will make the people angry with him. Maybe they're pleased in the beginning, in the end they will come to be angry with him. Why? Because he traded the great pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jalla for the lowly pleasure of the people, the creation of Allah Azza wa Jalla. Now, man iltamasa رضا الناس بسخط الله سقط عليه الله وأسخط الله عليه الناس. And whoever seeks the pleasure of the people at the anger of Allah Azza wa Jalla, then Allah will make the people angry with him, and he will be angry with them too. But whoever seeks the pleasure of Allah at the anger of the people, then Allah will make the people happy with him in the end. In the end, it's a must, it's a promise. This is the case. Maybe in the beginning they have the anger, but the one who is firm, al-aqibatu lit-taqwa. That's the case. That's the case. So we seek the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal at all times and strive for that. And don't worry about what so and so says, as long as it's just somebody knows that it's just qila wa qal. But on the other hand, if somebody came to an individual and he advised him with sincere advice, and he brought to him a proof that he was wrong, then a person of a taqwa likewise would accept that. So that doesn't mean that he would just leave off that. A person of taqwa likewise, he accepts the evidence and the proof when it comes to it. In any case, al-aqibah lit-taqwa. Likewise, the ones whom Allah loves, they're the people of taqwa. Inna Allah yuhibbul muttaqeen. Allah, He loves the people of Taqwa, and the guidance of the Quran is for the people of Taqwa. Hudan lil-muttaqeen. And the paradise that Allah has prepared, He prepared it for the muttaqeen, or widdat lil-muttaqeen. And likewise, Allah Azza wa Jal, He does not accept deeds from anyone except the muttaqeen. إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Some of the Salaf, they would say that if I knew that Allah accepted from me one sajda, one prostration, I would wish to die. Because Allah does not accept from anyone except from the pious. That means that if he knew that Allah accepted from him this one deed, that he knows now from that because it's accepted that he is from the muttaqeen. And so he would, and this is the way to die, to die in a state of piety. To die in a state of piety. May Allah give us all a good ending. But this is something a believer has to strive for. Strive for a good ending. The one who has a good life, he has a good ending. The one who lives a good life, inshallah, he will have a good ending. He's sincere and true. And likewise, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He mentions, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. And fear Allah, so that you can be successful. So the successful ones, they are the people of taqwa. These are some of the benefits of taqwa. And just wanted to mention these issues to remind myself and to remind you that this is the purpose, this is what we're approaching this month for, to prepare ourselves, to strive, to truly be from these people, take ourselves into account, and to help each other, to obtain this blessing of steadfastness upon the religion of Allah Azza wa Jal.